Hello everyone, my name is Robert Candelario. I'm a yoga and meditation teacher, and I've been wanting to start a series of just simple talks that might help you live a better life. And the first subject I wanted to tackle was motivation for health and wellness. Now, the World Health Organization calls health and wellness not just the physical body free of sickness and infirmity, but that it does include your social life, it includes your mental life, it includes your physical life. So with that three things making that pyramid of health, you can't be healthy if you're physically fit and mentally you are destroyed. That's going to leak into the body eventually. And socially, if you're isolated or lonely, that might get into your mental and probably your physical. So this little trinity of health, as the World Health Organization calls it, is the complete package. Now, to be motivated about getting yourself into a health and wellness program of any sort, whether that's working on your mind, doing meditation, taking time for relaxing walks, maybe being more outgoing or pulling away from the crowd from time to time, as well as getting your body physically healthy, there must be a driving force behind this. Now, if the force behind that, your motive, they would call it, right? So in psychology, they would say that everything you do, there's a motive. So that's where we get the word motivation. I am motivated to do this. Now, when we start off with this, we probably do a couple of things. We probably watch some great Tony Robbins or some Les Brown or whoever inspires you, and you pump yourself up, and then you're feeling excited and motivated, and you say, this time, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to break through every barrier, and I'm going to do it. And you find that you probably will for a time. Maybe a couple weeks, maybe a couple of months, maybe a couple of years. But then you might find that for some reason you fall off the bandwagon. And you don't know why. And then you do the same thing again. You ramp yourself up with this energy, you pump yourself up, and you feel that you just need more motivation to get you going. And you might still find that you fail at the end. So when we go back to motivation, I think we are confused what motivation is. Motivation is not being excited and getting ready to punch through the walls to get what you want. That's very temporary. Motivation, if we go to the root word motive, means that you're up to something and there's something you truly want. That is a lot more powerful than psyching yourself out and going for it, right? In which case you might not have that longevity. Now, years ago, before I really got into health myself, I would go through this little, up and down roller coaster event. And I found that when I looked in the mirror and I said, I don't really like what I'm seeing. Not at all. And I'm talking about my physical health. And I said, I'm going to punish this sucker right here. I'm going to punish you. We're going to kill it at the gym. Right? And I wouldn't do it. I would do it for 6 months or 2 months or a couple of years. And then I would dwindle off. And the reason is because my motivation was not because I loved Robert, but because I did not like Robert. And so now I'm looking in this mirror and I'm saying, I don't like what I see, and I'm going to punish what I see. You see? That is not going to last very long. Sure, you can move like this, but eventually you will be exhausted. It's hard to do that because it's not from a good place, and your motive is technically punishing yourself. That's what you're really doing when you do that, if you're really frank about it. So one day I looked in the mirror and I said, I do love you, Robert, and I want you to feel good. And I want you to feel good 50 years from now. I want you to feel good today. And I am doing this because I want you to have the best life possible. Well, that kind of workout completely changed because it wasn't a punishment. It wasn't that I had to do it. I was doing it because I loved myself. So now my workout is full of love. I might bench press lovingly. I might go for a walk or a run lovingly. It's not a punishment anymore. And I found in the past 16 years, I don't ever want to quit because I really like it, because it's from a place of love. So you could see where if it's a punishment, it cannot last for 50 years because it's exhausting. And when it comes from that pure place of love, that changes things. You could do that for the rest of your life. Now, as we're thinking about taking the time for mental breaks, right? Whether you're doing your motivation or whatever, again, if you feel like I must do it and I don't like the way I am, you're always going to run into this rut where it becomes a punishment. But from the place of love, I feel like all of us can have the motivation for that. Now, how do you find this motivation? Well, the motive, something inside of you, it is what you're really after. And these things, it's the way it makes you feel. And they're really more important than you think they are. So what I want to do is do a little meditation, a quickie, and just so that you can get the idea of what is important to you. Now, if you're driving or doing anything like that, obviously do not close your eyes, but you can think about this as you drive as well. So if you are, in a safe place and you can close your eyes, maybe you do close your eyes. And if you can't, it's okay to keep your eyes open and just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Take a deep breath in and out. And I want you to think about something in your life that you're really grateful for. Now, this could be a person, place, or thing. It could be a place you go to. But I want you to pull it up. What are you grateful for in your life? And I want you to think about how it works for you. How does it serve you? How's it working for you? And just be in that state. When you're with that person, place, or thing that you're really grateful for, how is it working for you? And how do you feel in your body when you're in that state? What are you feeling? Now we're going to let that one go, and we're going to pick something else, right? So I want you to take a deep breath in, a deep breath out, a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. And now, again, I want you to pull something up that you're grateful for. Now, this could be big or small. It could be a cheeseburger in the Keys. It could be a place you go to. It could be your boat or your jet skis. Anything that you're grateful for. And I want you to pull it up right now. What are you really grateful for? And then let's observe, how does it serve you? How is it working for you? Just notice that. What does it do for you? How is it working for you? And when you're in this state, in this place, what are you feeling in your body? Now you can see that what was important to you. If your eyes were closed, you can open them up. But what was important to you because you felt something from it. It made you feel something, right? That is the true motivation. It touched you in a very important way, that those two things popped up for you. They probably always will because of the way it made you feel. And that is how we change from having a goal that is just lame and it leaves you empty, to having fulfillment, where you're doing something that makes you feel something. Now that is a lot more powerful. It is important to you because you feel it. So now as we're going back into this health and wellness, the idea of our mental state, our physical, the whole package, when we tap into how does it make us feel when we are healthy? How does it make you feel when your state is bright in the mind? And how does it feel when you're feeling physically fit? How does it feel? Now, not only are you tapping into gratitude because you're seeing how the things are working for you, but there's a very powerful feeling. That is a motivation because you are tapping into something that is not a punishment, that is not going to leave you empty, but you always feel it when you're in that state. So I'll leave you with this today. Your physical, your mental, and your social, as you're leading up to find this motivation, it is not the motivation of being pumped up. It is the motive of what you're really after. And sometimes that requires you fessing up to what you really want. But the good news is that you'll notice in your life that pretty much things that you really wanted, you figured out a way to get it, and this is no different. It is possible for you to get everything you want, but it takes a lot of feeling and being clear. So guys, I hope you appreciate this video, and I'll come up with some more ideas and talks in the future. We'll catch you soon. Namaste.